The Star Wars Celebration 2025 event in Japan just passed, and it came with it a new trailer and a panel with the developers dropping some much needed details for Bit Reactor's new game, Star Wars Zero Company, releasing sometime 2026. The game follows Hawks, a former Republic officer who leads an elite squad of operatives during the twilight of the Clone Wars. Bit Reactor is hoping to make a game influenced by Andor, Rogue One, and the original trilogy, to create a story that can hook people as well as show a different side to the wars that people may not have seen yet. So imagine a special operations type team who goes to different planets and terrains to accomplish various different objectives. Along with the missions that we go on will be choices we'll have to make which will affect the story as a whole. We'll also be getting character level stories included into the game, so I'm hoping it's going to be well voice acted and well animated. Speaking of the characters, the biggest thing that might excite you the most is the ability to fully customize not only our Hawks, but also a handful of custom characters that you can create from scratch, as well as original Star Wars characters that will already be created with their own personal stories to experience. When creating our own character, we have a range of species to choose from, appearance choices, and we can even change their names. And to make sure we understand the extent to which we can customize our own Zero Company, we find out that we can just make a team filled with astromechs. It was noted that the more you send a certain squad member out together, the more powerful their bonds get, which unlocks unique powerful combo abilities that you can use in combat. So let's go over the original Star Wars characters that they mentioned we'll have. There's Trick, a badass salted clone trooper. Luko Bronk, originally a separatist, is a sharpshooter who still hasn't forgiven the Republic for invading his homeworld. So how and why he joins up with our team, not sure yet, but will be interesting to see. Cly Culervo is a Mandalorian who is the last surviving member of the Verminoth clan. And we have Tell, a Jedi Padawan on a quest to complete her fallen master's last mission. And there might be more original Star Wars characters, but no details yet if they're going to create more agents for us to play with. Would be interesting if they did. Bit Reactor, for those who don't know, is staffed with veterans from the XCOM series, and if you've played XCOM before, then you'll be familiar with how this game will play. Just know you get a turn-based tactical game with cover and special abilities for each agent to use, which is my cup of tea. For those who likes harder game modes, you can expect a hardcore mode with permadeath and limited saves. On top of that, we'll get a base of operations called the Den, where we'll get to pick and choose the missions we take next with an expansive list of locations, some we might already be familiar with from the TV shows and movies. And that's all the details we got from the panel. I'm sure people would have loved a story from a different timeline, and I also wouldn't have mind a deviation from the already established wars, but I keep the Clone Wars in a special place in my heart. I especially love the idea and look of clone troopers, so I don't mind another game dumped into the midst of the Clone Wars. Also, what Kelsey said about what made the Clone Wars stand out compared to the two other eras, this particular one is with two forces that are pretty much equal in force, instead of a smaller guy waging war against a behemoth, like the Rebellion era.
The Clone Wars are uniquely perfect for Zero Company because it's when we see two relatively evenly matched forces, the Republic and the Separatists, and that backdrop creates so many interesting places for Aaron and his team to set their camera for their story, right?
So that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Looking forward to Zero Company. What do you expect and hope to be in Zero Company? Let me know. I'll see you later.